And there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that little time lapse of me in my natural lumberjack habitat chopping down some trees to collect up some wood for the stuff we're going to do in today's adventure. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me for today's adventure. Welcome back to another one, and I'm excited to get started today. We're going to do something a little bit different. We worked on doing some farm building in the last episode. I keep calling them episodes. I'm going to call these adventures if I can remember. I'm going to try to call them adventures instead of episodes. So welcome to adventure number 3. Today we're going to be working on the base, doing a little bit of building and decorating of our mine shaft tunnel base here. So I don't know if I've explained it yet in one of these adventures, but basically the concept I had, we started out with just a little temporary hidey hole here in the side of the wall, and I wanted to do kind of a mine shaft inspired, more natural looking, rugged feel. So I started out with this kind of windy spiral, mess of a cave that supposed to be just all dug out and natural, and we've got all these cool little offshoots and coves and stuff throughout this tunnel. But right now it's looking a little rough. It's a little bit tight here. We got to open up some space, and obviously, yeah, we got to take care of some of the mold infestations, the nasty looking blocks that I'm not a big fan of throughout the area. And of course, we got to do some stuff with the structure here. So in order to make sure that this cave stays nice and secure and strong and sturdy, I want to go through and add a bunch of these kind of man-made supports in some different areas, all the way from here down to our storage area down below. And then I want to come through in a few spots here. I maybe want to do like some little underwater ponds, like maybe right here would be a good spot. Do like a little underwater pond, and I want to bring in some leaves and turn some of these floors into the path blocks and stuff, kind of like we have up here. So really just want to bring some color, some life, some decoration to these, make them look a little bit rough cutouts. They're kind of a combination of natural caves, but with some man-made reinforcements and kind of some rugged use to them. Look like they've been used for a while, so that the pathways are kind of beaten down. Maybe have, like down in this area, have like a little overlook or something where maybe the miners, whoever came through, were putting up like a railing, and I don't know what exactly we're gonna do with some of this. We're gonna have to do some decorating and stuff like that. So really kind of just want to do a little bit of building and decorating. I'm kind of trying to work on a combination of being technical and doing cool redstone stuff and building farms and that kind of thing, but also just doing some building and work on my building skills a little bit and make some things look really nice. So and down in here too, I think we're gonna do some larger support columns and stuff to look like we kind of braced up this whole room and built this into an area where we can store some things. So I did do quite a bit of collecting of supplies here, as you saw in the beginning. So I got a couple of boxes. We got a bunch of different leaves and stuff we can use. I did collect up some of these mushroom blocks just in case. I figured especially the brown ones, would probably be a nice texture to blend in. So we got lots of dark oak wood. I think is going to be kind of the main wood that we'll use. Obviously, we're going to use a little bit of dirt, probably some gravel, mixed in with some of these path blocks and stuff too. So we'll have to get some grass in there. I think I've got a few grass blocks left. We might have to go get some silk touch and get some more grass blocks and stuff like that. But that's kind of the plan for at least the beginning of the episode here. So I'm going to get started working on a little bit of that, get a few things built up, and then I'll show you guys what we're working with. So there we go, with the first pass all pretty much finished up. I basically went through and removed all of the sections that had any diorite, granite, dirt, some of the gravel I took out. I thought I missed a spot over there, but that's just across the ravine. So I might have got a little bit carried away on some of these, but basically any of the veins I saw with any of these other undesirable blocks, I guess I'll call them, I pretty much dug through and dug out the whole vein that was attached there, and I kind of did it for a reason. I think it'll be cool to have some of these like openings in random locations along in the cave here that we can use for, like I said, some little like underwater caves or underground like water puddles and stuff. Like this one was real cool, dug into like 3 different directions, got pretty elaborate with that one. And I'll kind of go back through and use them as, you know, spots to decorate. We can do little like ponds, and maybe, you know, dig some of these into like different rooms, so we could you know, I don't know, use for all kinds of different things, whether we do like some storage in there or lots of different decorations and stuff, I guess. I don't have specific ideas, I guess, in mind for each of them yet, but I think it'll be really cool to have kind of this whole elaborate cave system here, where when you're coming, you know, up and down this, it'll kind of be a little bit confusing. I do plan on kind of indicating the main path here to be a little bit easier to see, so that it's not going to be purely stone all around. But yeah, we'll have all these little offshoots, and we might do some different rooms, and yeah, have some fun with these other cool side areas. That, I guess we missed a little patch of dirt right here too, but oh, that sound is so satisfying. Yeah. Plus we'll use a bunch of this dirt for the path blocks and stuff that we're gonna do through the center there, and I've kind of been trying to light some of these up as we go, so we'll have some cool spots where we can do a few different like hidden lighting techniques and some other things like that as well. So that's kind of the first pass through, is just kind of going and cleaning everything up, getting rid of a bunch of the nasty blocks. I did add in this little spot here, which is kind of just a little pond coming in from above. I'm still not sure, this entrance might be a little steep yet, but this kind of ties into here. I did knock a little bit of this back to try to open some of this up to make it have kind of, you know, a natural spillage through into this cave down here. A bunch of these areas we'll have so that we can kind of try to navigate between them and stuff too, but basically, now that we've got all of the cave cleaned up and opened up a little bit, gave it a little bit more headroom all the way through, and just kind of went to town on some of that stuff to give it some more space, I think we'll go through and add some of these structures and supports along the way in kind of some of our main areas here where it would look like we might need a little bit more support. So let's do that next. I just ran into the shopping area here to buy myself a Silk Dutch book, and I figured I'd stop by my shop here and see how things were doing, and it looks like we're all completely out of stock again, so I'm going to run to the end and fill up with some more supplies. I've come to an undisclosed location out here in the end to my, oh, hello, jeez, guys scared me, to my secret storage area, very top secret passcode entrance here. Come to refill boxes for, can we actually do this? And try to refill some boxes for the shop here. And just like that, we are all back in stock. We got 7 more boxes of balls in there, some teleportation balls for the DOT shop, and I did pull my 4 diamond blocks out of the back there. So yeah, I'm doing okay on diamonds now, but I definitely want to come up with some more shops here pretty soon to try to increase our cash flow a little bit. But we have had a couple issues with this thing not exactly working the way it's intended, so that has been a little bit annoying, but I think everything is working now for the most part. Just got to try to keep that in stock, but I did have to use a part of my own supply of personal shulker boxes, because I am giving away the shulker boxes with the boxes of ender pearls. So it is yeah, it's getting pretty rough, and they're selling shulker boxes for 10 diamonds, and I'm selling a box of ender pearls with the box for 9 diamonds. So yeah, I'm gonna have to find a way to get some more shulker shells. I'm gonna have to go do some end raiding here pretty soon. But anyway, back to the cave. Round 2 has been complete. Went through and added a bunch of little support structures here throughout the cave. I guess I don't really have a good name for this place. I guess it's just kind of the main cave entrance. So yeah, I went through and added several supports along the way. I think it's starting to look pretty good. It definitely, the wood adds a nice extra color and a little bit different texture to the cave, so it's not quite as plain and boring. I went and collected up, hello. There's a lot of people on today. The server is extremely laggy, so we might have to do some lag detecting here and try to figure out what's going on with some of that. But yeah, anyway, I got some grass blocks here, and I also collected up a little bit more. Hello, please. Wow, yeah, we got some issues we got to figure out here. Okay, I can't even take it out of the box. Yeah, I got quite a bit of grass here that I've collected up. Hello, fingers. Okay, this is quite ridiculous. Seriously? Hello, what the heck's going on, man? I'm gonna have to go figure out some issues before I can even continue this. This is not working out so well. So, yeah, I wanted to go through and replace a bunch of this, which it might be really tricky in some of these spots, but I think I want to smooth out a bunch of the spots in the floor here. Was that a slab? I want to smooth out a bunch of the spots in the floor and put down some of these grass blocks, I think, and turn them into path blocks. Good thing we got our soak touch shovel. I guess I ruined that one, but yeah, I want to put down a bunch of these so that it looks kind of, you know, beaten down and wore down. Maybe don't want to do the whole path, but I kind of want to mix the path here with a little bit of path blocks. Maybe mix in some coarse dirt in some spots would be good. But also want to try to make this as, you know, spawn proof as possible as we build this up. So at least the main part of the path here is safe. Some of these little offshoots, I don't have a problem with being a little bit dark and sketchy at some points, but yeah, I'm going to continue going here. For round 3, we're going to go through and do a little bit of decorating and detailing. We'll also grab some of these other box in our nature box here. Oh, by the way, I also cleaned out and organized my ender chest. I did have to give a bunch of my shulker boxes away to our DOT shop, as I mentioned before, because I didn't have any extras left, so we're going to have to fix that problem soon too. But we'll also use some of these leaves and stuff to go through and decorate some areas like this one here. Maybe we'll just try this out. In a couple spots I was thinking, you know, we would have some of these leaves kind of coming down from the ceiling and stuff like that in some various different locations, add a little bit of color and, you know, some extra textures and stuff to this. So I think it's coming along really well. You guys will have to let me know what you think of the design here, the style we're going with. But let me get a little bit more work done, and then we'll give you an update again once we got some more colors and stuff put in. And there we go. The cave is finally complete. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. You'll definitely have to let me know what you think of it in the comments. I think it turned out extremely well. Try not to be a little too harsh on me, because this is probably one of the biggest nature type of builds, the biggest projects, nature-y style that I've ever worked on. So I think it turned out really, really good. We got a few these little hidden areas off to some of the sides here, which I really like. I did have the idea of putting in stone, not stone, sorry, wood in for some of the stairs and stuff, but I didn't really like it. I thought it didn't really make as much sense. So I did go with a combination of a whole bunch of different variations. We got some of the polished andesite and some of the slabs and stairs to mix up all the textures and stuff. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. So hopefully you guys like it. You'll have to let me know what your thoughts are about it down below. We got a few other areas here with this nice big hole below. I did go around and make sure that pretty much everything should be non-spawnable blocks. So unless I missed a couple spots here and there, we should be pretty safe actually in this cave too. So even though some of the spots have some low lighting, we use some slabs and some different stuff with the path blocks and things, so mobs shouldn't be able to spawn in our cave. So yeah, I think it looks really, really nice. I'm really happy with the way everything turned out. It did take quite a while to get this whole thing decorated, and I probably could keep going and, you know, keep adding more little details and some stuff throughout, but eventually I've got to call it done at some point. So we may come back and do some modifications to it at some point. But yeah, we got these little overhangs here, which I think are really cool. And there was a couple other areas actually I wanted to point out. I think I just ran right past that we might be able to do something with in the future, but I was going to see somewhere there was another spot. I think there was a couple of them. So this one for sure is one that we definitely have some open space in here that isn't being used. So if you guys have any suggestions on something that you think we could use this hidden space for, that would be super cool. If you want to let me know down in the comments below the video. There's a couple other little spots here. Maybe we could branch off into some other little hidden areas in some of these spots. We could maybe put something down below here. So yeah, there's a bunch of different spaces there, and there's one other thing I wanted to mention for a future project that I want to work on to kind of tie into this thing. So up here, we used to have a little villager hanging out in here that Blue had captured and reconverted them. But yeah, this is going to be the beginning to a little minecart system here, or a little minecart track that I want to kind of have winding through our cave system down below. But it's going to kind of maybe pop in and out in some areas where, you know, you might be able to see some of these spots. We could maybe punch out the wall and put like some fences or something where you'd see like the minecart track would go past there, and kind of bob and weave in and out of there. But yeah, we decorated a bunch of these areas. We got some cool light and some vines and stuff. I'm really, really happy with the way this turned out. I think it looks super cool, and definitely is finally bringing some life to the base. I know I usually don't end up doing a lot of base building early on in the seasons of, you know, my Minecraft world. So finally getting some work done on the base, I think feels really, really good. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. Added some more greenery down here and some more lighting along the way. I think it's looking absolutely wonderful. So hopefully you guys agree. You'll have to let me know, like I said, what you think about it. But yeah, that's going to be all I've got time for this episode, I think. And the next one, we're probably going to be hanging out with Zobi, doing a little bit of shenanigans and coming up with some new shop ideas, hopefully. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you for watching this adventure, and I will see you again in the next one. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, please leave me a like and subscribe if you didn't do that yet. It would be super helpful and super appreciated. Thank you guys, and have a great rest of your day.